My brother. Um, so as I understand it, here's what happened. Sasha Banks and Naomi were scheduled to compete on Raw in a six-pack challenge.
Against Brock Lesnar. They're supposed to put over Brock Lesnar on free TV, and they were like, "We ain't doing that for free. We'll do it on a pay per view, but we ain't gonna do it for free." Or am I messing that up with a different walkout?
You're messing this up with the. You're talking about something completely different. I'm sure we'll mention that talking about this, but they came to the show and they were scheduled to compete in a six-pack challenge. And the other women in the match were going to be Dewdrop, Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Nikki ASH. And I don't know if you know the Nikki ASH character. ASH
Nikki Cross. Yeah.
for almost a superhero.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen her dress up as a superhero before.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What is it? ASH?
yeah,
What is
almost.
that? What is it?
Al-
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So that was going to be a six-pack challenge, and the winner was going to face uh, Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell for the Raw Women's Championship.
Right, right. I did watch a video on YouTube about it, so I know that yeah, they're pissed off because the tag team titles are not the focus. They don't want to be in women's titles match. They want to be in tag titles.
Right.
And
And
yeah,
I understand that. I understand that. Here's what I don't understand, Frank, is they are the Raw Women's Tag Team, or the Raw Women's. They're the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
right,
Why would you have them going after the singles championships as well when they were not built to, when they were not booked? Oh, I know you hate me saying this, but
written,
they were
written.
not booked strongly enough to compete for the women's titles.
Mhm,
They were
mhm.
not. They were not in programs. They had nothing to do. They had no interactions with the
So
Raw
yeah, they
or the SmackDown Women's Champ. So why?
right. So there was no build up to it.
I'm sorry.
There was no build up to it.
Facts. There was no build up to
Yeah,
those matches. And,
right,
and maybe them winning, maybe Bianca. I'm sorry. Maybe Naomi winning on Raw would have been the start of the build up. But even still, you
right.
didn't build her like you haven't built her like strongly to compete for the title. You haven't. So it doesn't make sense that you would do that. Um, it- at the same time, I don't condone what Naomi and Sasha did. I don't. I think what they did was matter of fact, hang on a second. I'm going to read you something I told somebody. I said this in a chat yesterday. I'm going to read this to you what I said because this one actually got
By
uh
the way, so John Laurinaitis is now the women's tag team champions, right? 'Cause
you know what?
they
Who
went
knows
and
me?
people power.
Hey Vince, I got an idea. You don't have any women's tag team champions? Make me and Bruce the tag team champions.
Hey, Harvey Whippleman was women's champ
Harvey
once.
Whippleman be damned.
Downtown Bruno, as he is, well, as
Trying to
he
find
was.
it.
So your beef with it is that it's unprofessional, right? What they did.
Yeah, but hang on just a sec. I'm trying to
I'm
find.
not hanging on here, bro. You got to be prepared with this stuff, bro. You
Well,
know you're gonna put.
okay. Here was here's what I said. I said this. I think both parties handled the situation wrong. I think everyone involved looks bad. Let's break shit down. Are you ready for this, Frank?
No.
Okay, well, you're gonna be ready anyway. Naomi and Sasha, they didn't agree with the booking WWE laid out for them, and if you think about it, I could see why they would think like that. Naomi versus Bianca, why? There's no reason whatsoever to do that match right now. Both women are champions, and Naomi was nowhere near in contention for a Raw Women's title match. She wasn't being built to win it. The feud is still Becky versus Bianca with Asuka thrown in the mix. So why would Naomi get the next title match? It doesn't make much sense. Just make it a 6-woman tag with Bex, Doudrop, and Nikki against Naomi, Sasha, and Asuka, and let it be that. No need to make it a number one contenders match, a number one contender thing. And then Sasha was going to lose to Ronda Rousey at Hell in a Cell. How does that make the women's tag team titles look? By the way, Naomi wasn't going to win either, so that makes the belts look even worse. That was a point that I brought up, was if they're not even going to win, then why would you make the match? Why would you do this?
Because you need a challenger for the pay per view, I guess. I don't know.
But how does that make your women's tag team titles look?
Right.
Yeah.
You could have them work double duty on the pay per view. They've done that before. At the top of my head, I can think of Benoit work.
They have done it, yeah. Bailey and Sasha did it, yeah. They could have.
Benoit worked double duty at Bad Blood. He opened the show, tag titles with Edge against La Resistance, and then Face King
did, I think, right? As Vengeance 2001? No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No,
Jericho did.
Yeah. I can say WWE looks bad because they put that thing out online, that statement or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. There was no need to it.
This all should have been handled privately. I feel WWE put that statement out because they needed to do damage control immediately, but also they were very quick to make it. And I'm pretty sure emotions were a factor in the way it was worded. I think they should have let the ladies walk away that night, get on a phone call the next day, and see if things can't be resolved privately. Corey's statement on Raw about them unprofessionally walking out should have been the only public statement made on the situation. And then I said, these wrestlers need to realize when signing with WWE, and this is something we'll get into here, when these wrestlers need to realize that when signing with WWE, you're not just wrestlers, you're not just performers, you're representatives of a multi-billion-dollar company. If you don't like the way something is going in the company, you still have to do it. You're not the one calling the shots. Vince is. At the same time, Vince needs to realize that the stars that work for him are still people, and they have brains and emotions, and if they don't like something, they will speak up about it. Vince is a hard-headed bastard, and you have to be a multi-billionaire or a multi-millionaire. So that's not a diss or a criticism. Sometimes he gets too stuck in his ways, and sometimes he forgets that his employees aren't just robots. And that got a lot of praise from people.
Now, this isn't the first time WWE has done something that like you said, they publicly put out the statement. That's not too different from when Austin walked out and they covered it all over Confidential. They buried him all on Confidential, which I miss that show, by the way.
That was
Saturday nights. Yeah, my childhood on Saturday nights, man. Velocity followed by Confidential. I miss those days, man.
I used to watch Confidential at my uncle's house on Saturday nights. That's how I fall asleep, was watching Confidential. Not because it was boring. No.
I know what you mean. No. That was on at 11 o'clock at night. It was